Almost everyone you meet, you can ask, and they will tell you about some hobby that they enjoy. They might tell you that they love to paint or draw or go hunting or fishing. But I enjoy a very specific hobby that allows me to be creative and feel relaxed. Today, I am showing you guys my favorite hobby, making jewelry, and the steps on how to make it just like I do. The jewelry I will be making today is a wire crystal ring. I will also tell you about what materials are needed, how to wrap and size the ring, how to secure the crystal, and add the finishing touches. Making jewelry is a creative outlet of mine, and by making these wire crystal rings, you will have a fun and easy hobby. The materials needed are wire, pliers, and I brought 2 pliers because depending on the size. This one's a little bit smaller, this one's a little bit bigger. And I need a crystal. I have this crystal I'll be using today, and I have this as a backup one. And you will need a ring sizer. And last, you need some scissors. So after you have your supplies, you want to figure out what size you want your ring to be. So using my finger, I'm going to wrap the wire around like 2 times to see what size my ring is going to be. And you want to do this like a little bit more loosely because it gets tighter as you wrap it. So now that I have it around like 2 times-ish, I'm going to put it on the ring sizer to see kind of what size it would be. And it looks like mine is like about a size 7. It has all like the measures on here so you can tell. So it looks like I'm about a size 7. So now I'm going to take this and have the wire go from right around, just wrap it around kind of like this. And so now we have it like kind of tied together a little bit. So I'm probably just going to do that another time to make sure it's more secure. So now I have just this little ring and it's getting set up. So now I'm going to find the crystal that I'm going to use. And so now I have it just like this, and I'm going to take my finger so I can just kind of keep it on my finger so it doesn't move. And I'm going to take the crystal and use the excess wire to kind of wrap it around there to secure it. So now I'm going to kind of move it like this. And it fell out. So yeah, sometimes it's hard to get it to secure in the right position. But it takes a few times just depending on what you're doing. But I'm going to do it a couple more times using the other side of the wire to kind of make it even more secure. And now I'm going to cut it off a little bit so that you can kind of see a little bit better what you're doing. So now I have this small crystal, so then I'm going to use the excess wire to wrap it around even more, and we almost have it secured. It's being a little finicky, which it usually is not. It's almost wrapped. It takes a second. It's not the most perfect thing, but once you have more time, it's a little bit easier. So right now it's kind of looking like this, and that's okay. So now we're going to take the pliers, and we're just going to kind of like squeeze it on there, just so it's not going to fall out, and then just kind of wrap that excess wire around. And then it looks like there's a loose piece right here, so I'm going to kind of take it and wrap it around on this side. And take my pliers and twist it a little bit. Now I'm going to press the pliers down onto the ring so it can kind of flatten out a little bit. So now that the ring is almost done, it's time to add your finishing touches. So now, as I just press it down just a little bit more, and then it looks pretty solid. So now, making jewelry is a creative outlet of mine, and by making these crystal rings, you'll have a fun and easy hobby. Now you know the materials needed to make them. you know how to size the ring and wrap it as well. And once you find the right crystal for your ring, you know how to secure it. And once you add those finishing touches, you have your very own crystal ring. So now, whenever someone asks you about a hobby you have, you can brag and tell them about how you can make your very own crystal jewelry.